The sun bleeds across the dusty plains, a lone figure silhouetted against the fiery horizon. A single shot rings out, echoing the timeless power of Sergio Leone's For a Few Dollars More. This isn't just a Western. It's a masterpiece, a cinematic revolution that redefined the genre, forever etching itself into the annals of film history. But beyond the iconic gunfights and unforgettable characters lies a story rarely told: the lives and deaths of the men who breathed life into this legendary film. We often remember the faces on screen, the steely gaze of Clint Eastwood, the chilling presence of Jean Maria Vallant, the precise movements of Lee Van Cleef. We marvel at their performances, their charisma, their undeniable talent. But what are their lives beyond the silver screen? What struggles did they face? What triumphs did they celebrate? What secrets did they carry? Today, we delve into the largely untold stories of the actors who brought For a Few Dollars More to life, many of whom are now gone. We'll explore their early lives, their paths to Hollywood, their roles in this iconic film, and their often surprising journeys afterward. Prepare to be captivated by tales of ambition and hardship, of success and heartbreak, of lives lived fully and tragically cut short. Some found enduring fame, others faded into obscurity, some left the industry entirely. But each left an indelible mark on the world of cinema. We'll uncover lesser-known facts, intriguing anecdotes, and perhaps even a few controversial whispers from the past. We'll explore the human side of these cinematic legends, revealing the men behind the masks, the actors behind the iconic roles. So, join us as we embark on this cinematic exploration, a journey into the lives and legacies of the unforgettable cast of For a Few Dollars More. Where are these actors now? The answer, my friends, is both simple and complex. Some rest in peace, their names forever linked to Leone's masterpiece. Others continue to live on, not just in our memories, but in the countless films they graced. Subscribe now, and let's uncover the untold stories of these cinematic giants. And don't forget to like this video. It helps us bring you more captivating stories from the golden age of Hollywood and beyond. The name Clint Eastwood is synonymous with the American West, a rugged icon etched into the cinematic landscape. But his journey to becoming a global star wasn't paved with gold. It was a long, hard road paved with grit and determination. Born in San Francisco, Eastwood's early life was a tapestry woven with modest beginnings and a string of odd jobs: lifeguard, paperboy, grocery clerk, even a forest firefighter. He tried to enroll at Seattle University, but the Korean War intervened, drafting him into the U.S. Army. While he might have embellished his war service later, claiming combat heroism, his time in uniform was spent as a lifeguard at Fort Ord in Northern California. His acting debut was far from glamorous, a minor role in Revenge of the Creature, 1955, a sequel to Creature from the Black Lagoon. Frustrated by the director's meticulous demands for multiple takes and perfection, this early experience would later inform his own efficient directing style. Even before For a Few Dollars More, Eastwood was already honing his craft, working his way up through minor roles and television appearances, steadily building his skill and presence. In Leone's film, he embodies the enigmatic Manco, a bounty hunter with a mysterious past and a missing left hand, a detail that adds to his mystique and deadly persona. This role, and the subsequent films in the Dollars trilogy, catapulted him to international stardom. Eastwood's performance is understated yet powerful, a testament to his natural charisma and ability to convey volumes with a simple glance. But his story doesn't end there. Eastwood's career transcended the Western. He directed and starred in countless films, from gritty crime dramas to poignant character studies. He became a filmmaking force, known for his efficient, no-nonsense style, minimizing filming time, controlling budgets, and often capturing scenes in a single take. Beyond the camera, he's known for his passion for golf, his license as an FAA pilot, both fixed-wing and rotary, often using his helicopter to bypass LA traffic, and his generous contributions to charity at major golf tournaments. A testament to a life lived with both cinematic and personal passions. Cleef. The name itself evokes an image, a steely gaze, a quiet intensity, a man who spoke volumes with a single, knowing glance. He wasn't the flashy star, not the charismatic leading man. But in the world of Westerns, especially the gritty, morally ambiguous world of Sergio Leone, he was an absolute legend. He carved a niche for himself as the quintessential villain, the cold, calculating antagonist who held the audience in thrall with his quiet menace. Before he became Colonel Mortimer, the sharp-witted bounty hunter in For a Few Dollars More. Van Cleef's career was a steady climb through supporting roles. He often played the stoic gunslinger, the silent observer, the man who let his actions do the talking. His distinctive features, those piercing blue eyes, that high-bridged nose, lent themselves perfectly to the roles of villains and anti-heroes. He wasn't just playing a part. He was embodying a persona, a presence that commanded attention, even in the midst of a chaotic gunfight. And For a Few Dollars More, he is the perfect foil to Eastwood's Man with No Name. Where Eastwood is enigmatic and taciturn, Van Cleef's Mortimer is intelligent, calculating, a man of action and strategy. Their partnership, tense and uneasy, is one of the film's greatest strengths. His performance, precise and controlled, is a masterclass in understated intensity. But Van Cleef's talent extended far beyond the spaghetti western. He seamlessly transitioned between genres, appearing in martial arts films like The Octagon alongside Chuck Norris, and even venturing into science fiction with a memorable role in John Carpenter's Escape from New York. He was a chameleon, an actor who could inhabit any role, from the stoic gunslinger to the cunning villain, with equal skill and conviction. His personal life, however, was less dramatic than his on-screen persona. He was a man of few words, even off-camera, known for his quiet dignity and professionalism. He endured various health challenges in his later years, but continued to work until his death from a heart attack, compounded by throat cancer, in 1989, just shy of his 65th birthday. A quiet passing, perhaps, for such a commanding presence on screen. But his legacy, as one of the most iconic villains in cinematic history, remains as sharp and unforgettable as his piercing gaze. The name Klaus Kinski conjures images of intensity, of a raw, untamed energy that crackled on screen. And For a Few Dollars More, he embodies one wild, a grotesque yet unforgettable member of El Indio's gang, a hunchback whose physical deformity only amplified his brutal nature. But Kinski's life was far more complex, far more turbulent than any character he ever played. Born in Germany, his post-war years were a crucible of hardship and survival. Interned in a prisoner of war camp, he recounts desperate attempts to secure repatriation, tales of drinking urine and eating cigarettes in the bitter cold, a stark contrast to the polished image of the Hollywood star. His return to Berlin was met with the devastating news of his parents' deaths, leaving him adrift in a shattered city. His acting career began in post-war Germany, a slow burn through minor roles in German films and American war movies. He carved a niche, a distinct style that would eventually propel him to international recognition. But Kinski was a volatile force, both on and off screen. His infamous temper, his erratic behavior, and his often tumultuous relationships are legendary. He was a man of extremes, a man who lived life on the edge, a man who pushed boundaries. Perhaps the most telling anecdote involves his rejection of a role in Steven Spielberg's Raiders of the Lost Ark. He famously dismissed the script as a yawn-making, boring pile of moronically shitty, a testament to his unwavering artistic integrity, or perhaps just his famously uncompromising nature. His later roles spanned diverse genres, showcasing his versatility. He even ventured into directing, leaving behind a unique and often controversial body of work. He poured his life into his autobiography, All I Need Is Love, a book that would later lead to a lawsuit from his daughter, Nastasia Kinski, a lawsuit she later withdrew. Klaus Kinski's life was a whirlwind, a chaotic tapestry woven with exceptional talent, explosive personality, and ultimately, tragedy. He died suddenly of a heart attack in 1991, leaving behind a legacy as complex and fascinating as the man himself. His story serves as a stark reminder of the human cost of ambition and the unpredictable nature of life, even for those who seem to command the spotlight. Luigi Pistilli. The name might not ring a bell for many, but his face, etched with a blend of menace and bewilderment, is instantly recognizable to fans of spaghetti westerns. And for a few dollars more, he embodies Groggy, a brute of a man, all muscle and little brain, a loyal, if somewhat dim-witted, member of El Indio's gang. His performance is a masterclass in physicality. Pistilli's imposing presence fills the screen, even in his brief moments. But Pistilli's career was far richer than his portrayal of a mindless henchman. Before finding his niche in film, he honed his craft on the stage. Graduating from the Piccolo Teatro in Milan in 1955, he maintained a deep connection to the theater throughout his life, frequently returning to perform in plays directed by Giorgio Strehler. A giant of Italian stage and screen, Pistilli excelled at interpreting the works of Bertolt Brecht. His performances in the Threepenny Opera and St. Joan of the Stockyards cementing his reputation as one of Italy's leading actors. His cinematic journey took him beyond the dusty landscapes of the West. He showcased his versatility in a range of roles, from the murderous Albert in Mario Bava's giallo masterpiece, Bay of Blood, to a recurring role in the popular Italian television series, La Piovra, The Octopus. He was a chameleon, effortlessly shifting between genres, proving his talent extended far beyond the menacing figures he often played. Yet, beneath the surface of his successful career, a darker story unfolded. Pistilli's life ended tragically. He took his own life just before a scheduled performance, a devastating act that shocked the Italian theater and film communities. While the official cause remains linked to the dissolution of his 4-year relationship with singer-actress Milva, his suicide note revealed a deeper despair, fueled by harsh reviews for his final production. The vibrant, versatile actor, whose talent illuminated both stage and screen, was consumed by a darkness that even his considerable abilities couldn't overcome. His story is a poignant reminder of the fragility of life, even for those who seem to have it all. Aldo Sambrel, the name might not ring a bell for many, but his face, etched with the hardened lines of a life lived on the edge, certainly will for fans of spaghetti westerns. He wasn't a leading man, not in the traditional sense. He wasn't a brooding anti-hero, nor a charismatic villain. But Cuchillo, the knife-wielding henchman in For a Few Dollars More, was entirely his own creation, a testament to Sambrel's subtle yet powerful screen presence. His journey to the dusty landscapes of Leon's cinematic world was far from typical. Born in Spain, Sambrel's early life wasn't spent honing his acting skills in a drama school. It was spent on the football pitch. He pursued a career as a footballer, even venturing to Mexico, playing under the name Madrileno Sanchez before returning to Spain. This athletic background, this experience of physicality and discipline, infused his performances with an undeniable intensity, a natural grace in movement that translated perfectly to the screen. His transition to acting was a surprising one, a shift from the athletic field to the world of celluloid. He found his niche in the spaghetti western genre, becoming a familiar face in the genre's many ensemble casts. While he might not have had the starring roles, Sambrel's contributions were significant. He brought a unique energy to his roles, a quiet intensity that spoke volumes without a single line of dialogue. He was a master of subtle gestures, a subtle shift of the eyes, a barely perceptible twitch of the lip, all communicating volumes. Beyond Leone's films, Sambrel's career spanned a variety of genres, even venturing into international productions. He wasn't confined to the dusty landscapes of the Wild West. He proved his versatility, showcasing a range that extended beyond the spaghetti western, demonstrating a remarkable ability to adapt and thrive in diverse roles. But it was his work with Leone that cemented his place in cinematic history. a testament to his ability to embody a character with a few carefully chosen movements and expressions. He passed away on July 10th, 2010, leaving behind a legacy of quietly powerful performances that continue to resonate with audiences today. His life, much like the characters he played, was a story of quiet strength and unexpected turns, a journey that took him from the football field to the silver screen, leaving a lasting impression on the history of spaghetti westerns. Benito Stefanelli. The name might not ring a bell for many, but his face, etched with the weathered charm of a seasoned gunslinger, is instantly recognizable to fans of Sergio Leone's spaghetti westerns. He wasn't a leading man, not in the classic sense. He wasn't a brooding anti-hero, nor a charismatic villain. But he was a vital part of Leone's cinematic universe, a familiar face in the background of some of the genre's most iconic scenes. Stefanelli's journey wasn't one of overnight stardom. It was a steady climb built on hard work and a dedication to his craft. He wasn't just an actor. He was a stunt coordinator, a behind-the-scenes maestro whose expertise helped bring Leone's ambitious visions to life. His presence in the Dollars trilogy, though often in minor roles, speaks to his reliability and his understanding of Leone's unique style. He was, in essence, a part of the fabric of those films, adding to the rich tapestry of characters that populated Leone's Wild West. But his contributions to For a Few Dollars More extend beyond his on-screen appearances. He served as Clint Eastwood's interpreter, bridging the language barrier and facilitating communication between the American star and the largely Italian crew. Imagine the pressure, the responsibility of ensuring that the nuances of dialogue were perfectly conveyed, that the vision was clearly understood. Stefanelli was more than just a face in the crowd. He was a key player, a silent partner in the creation of a cinematic legend. His career, though largely spent in the Western genre, showcased his versatility. He played everything from gang members to the town drunk, always adding a touch of authenticity and grit to his performances. He wasn't seeking the spotlight, but his dedication and skill were undeniable. And though his name might be less known than the stars he worked alongside, his contributions to the spaghetti western genre remain significant, a testament to a life dedicated to the art of filmmaking. His legacy may be subtle, but it's woven into the very fabric of Leone's enduring masterpieces. From the bustling Roman marketplace to the dusty landscapes of the spaghetti western, Mario Briga's journey is a testament to the unexpected paths that can lead to cinematic success. Born in Rome, Briga's early life was far removed from the glamour of Hollywood. He started as a butcher, his imposing physique, a towering 6'4", well over 250 pounds in his prime, a far cry from the refined image often associated with actors. But fate, it seems, had other plans. His introduction to the world of film was rather serendipitous. Director Dino Risi, perhaps noticing Briga's commanding presence, cast him in a minor role. It was a humble beginning, a small step into a world he could scarcely have imagined. Yet, that step proved significant, leading to a steady stream of character roles, often as imposing thugs, perfectly suited to Briga's imposing stature. His distinctive build ensured a steady stream of work, particularly in the burgeoning genre of the spaghetti western. He appeared in several of Sergio Leone's iconic films, including A Fistful of Dollars as Chico and, of course, For a Few Dollars More, where he played Nino, a member of El Indio's gang. While his character was a part of the villainous crew, Briga's portrayal of Nino injected a touch of unexpected humor into the grim narrative, a comedic counterpoint to the more menacing figures surrounding him. While many actors of his stature might have been typecast, Briga demonstrated remarkable versatility. He moved beyond the confines of the Western, venturing into Italian comedies, where his comedic timing proved surprisingly adept. As the years passed, he underwent a significant physical transformation, slimming down considerably, further broadening his range of roles. His collaborations with director Carlo Verdoni in films like Una Vacanza Bellissima and Talco di Velluto showcased his comedic talents to their fullest extent. Despite his success, Briga's life was tragically cut short. He passed away from a heart attack in his beloved Rome in 1994, leaving behind a legacy of memorable characters and a reminder that even the most unlikely of paths can lead to a significant mark on the cinematic landscape. His story is a charming reminder that sometimes the most unexpected figures become the most unforgettable. Peter Lee Lawrence. The name might not ring a bell for many, but his face, etched with a quiet intensity, graced numerous European films, a testament to a career that spanned continents and genres. In For a Few Dollars More, he plays Colonel Mortimer's brother-in-law, a relatively small role, yet one that adds to the film's rich tapestry of characters. But Lawrence's story extends far beyond this brief appearance. Born in Nice, France, he spent time living with his mother there before finding his way to Rome, Italy. This is where his life took an unexpected turn. He wouldn't find fame under his given name, instead choosing the alias Pierre Clement. It was under this name he discovered success in the burgeoning world of photo novels, a popular form of visual storytelling in Europe at the time. His charisma and presence quickly translated onto the silver screen, with Lawrence appearing in numerous films under yet another alias, Arthur Grant. His career was a whirlwind of spaghetti westerns, crime thrillers, and even a foray into the world of sword and sandal epics. He found a unique and dedicated fan base in Cuba, a testament to his ability to transcend language barriers and captivate audiences across the globe. Throughout his 9-year career, he accumulated an impressive 30 film credits, a remarkable feat considering the relatively short period. His work was consistent, his performances solid, if not always leading roles. His final on-screen appearance was in 1974's Los Caballeros del Botón de Ancla. But Lawrence's life was marked by more than just professional success. His personal life was equally compelling. He met his future wife, actress Cristina Galbo, during the filming of D'Opera Deux in 1967. 2 years later, they wed, a testament to a love born amidst the hustle and bustle of the film industry. Their devotion lasted until his untimely death. Tragically, persistent headaches began plaguing him in 1972, leading to a diagnosis of glioblastoma, an aggressive form of brain cancer. Despite undergoing extensive treatment in both Madrid and Zurich, the disease proved relentless. Peter Lee Lawrence passed away in Rome on April 20th, 1974, at the young age of 38, leaving behind a wife, a son, and a legacy that continues to resonate with fans of European cinema. His story serves as a poignant reminder of the fragility of life and the enduring power of love and devotion in the face of adversity. Fernando Di Leo. The name might not ring a bell for many, but his contributions to Italian cinema are undeniable. And For a Few Dollars More, he's a fleeting presence, a cigar-smoking card player, a minor character in a sea of larger-than-life personalities. Yet, Di Leo's own story is far more compelling than a simple cameo. Born in 1932, he wasn't just an actor. He was a writer and director, a true auteur with a distinctive vision. His path to filmmaking wasn't a straightforward one. After a brief stint at the Centro Sperimentale di Cinematografia in Rome, he began directing, starting with a segment in an omnibus comedy. But it was his passion for film noir, a genre he dreamed of reimagining in an Italian context, that truly defined his career. He penned scripts for westerns, often uncredited, while secretly nurturing his darker, more sophisticated style. Di Leo's scripts often went beyond the typical Western tropes. He infused them with the grit and moral ambiguity of film noir, creating stories that were both thrilling and thought-provoking. He wasn't afraid to push boundaries, to explore the seedier side of human nature, and his films often reflected this. This is evident in his foray into the giallo genre, a subgenre of Italian horror known for its stylish violence and complex plots. His work wasn't always embraced. His unflinching portrayal of the mafia's ties to Italy's political establishment in one particular film caused controversy and drew the ire of politicians and authorities. But Di Leo remained undeterred, continuing to craft his unique brand of Italian noir, weaving tales of crime, corruption, and moral decay with a visual flair that was both captivating and disturbing. He directed a string of films, including erotic thrillers and violent crime dramas, all showcasing his distinctive style. Though less celebrated than some of his contemporaries, Fernando Di Leo's influence on Italian cinema remains significant. He dared to venture into darker, more complex territories, pushing the boundaries of the genres he worked within and leaving behind a body of work that continues to fascinate and disturb, a testament to his unique talent and uncompromising vision. His legacy, like the lingering smoke from his cigar, continues to permeate the world of Italian cinema. So, there you have it, the lives and legacies of the men who brought Sergio Leone's For a Few Dollars More to life. From the quiet intensity of Clint Eastwood to the charismatic villainy of John Maria Valot, each actor left an undeniable mark on this cinematic masterpiece and on the world of cinema itself. We've journeyed through their early lives, their struggles, their triumphs, and their ultimate fates. We've seen the diversity of their careers, some achieving lasting fame, others fading into relative obscurity, each with a unique story to tell. We've explored the highs and lows, the successes and heartbreaks, the unexpected twists and turns of their lives. We've learned of their personal struggles, their passions, and their enduring impact on the films they graced. From the quiet determination of Lee Van Cleef to the volatile intensity of Klaus Kinski, each actor brought a unique energy and depth to their roles, making For a Few Dollars More the unforgettable film it is today. Think about the sheer number of films these men appeared in, the range of genres they tackled, the dedication they showed to their craft. It's a testament to their talent, their resilience, and their enduring passion for storytelling. Their performances in For a Few Dollars More cemented their place in cinematic history, but their lives extended far beyond those iconic roles. They were husbands, fathers, friends, and individuals with complex and fascinating stories of their own. The passing of these cinematic giants reminds us of the ephemeral nature of fame. Yet their legacies live on, not only in the films they made, but in the memories of those who watched them, in the hearts of those who knew them, and in the continued impact their work has on filmmakers and audiences alike. Their stories serve as a poignant reminder of the human element behind the celluloid magic, the dedication, the passion, and the sometimes tragic fragility of life itself. So, share this video with your friends. Let's keep their stories alive. And if you have any suggestions for future episodes, perhaps other iconic films and their equally fascinating casts, be sure to leave a comment below. Let's continue this cinematic exploration, remembering the magic they brought to the screen and honoring the lives they lived. Until next time, keep watching.